Hello everybody, welcome to your Daily Pop. Today we're working on joy, we are working on uncertainty, and we are working on enlightenment. And using this uncertainty of whatever. What is Christmas going to be like? Who's coming over? How are people going to behave? What it'll be like to engage in the new year and all the blessings. But I like to take the tack that uncertainty leaves us all this beautiful room for a new way to navigate things, right? I'm constantly looking at the day before and the day before really briefly and saying, how did I feel at 10 a.m.? How did I feel at noon? How did I feel at 3? How did I feel at 6? And we'll see patterns that start to arise. For me, I know if I wake up at a certain time, I'll need a late day nap if I get up at this time. And I see how I felt through different periods of the day and how I utilize the cycles to my benefit to feel better, self-care, get work done, Christmas shop, whatever it is, do my reads, because I find my interest usually is similar during certain times of the day, but I have definitely pinpointed some negative patterns that can be an energy drain. And one thing, you guys, I really want you to focus on right now is be careful where you put your energy. Really look and find out maybe where you're sucked into conversations, debates, or situations that do very little except drain you of your good spirits. I know that if I overtax myself in a large area like a mall or something like that, and I'm tired, I get very drained. I want to have a list, go and get it, and then leave. If I'm like blind shopping and just impulse buying, I get very drained. So I'm looking out for that. So what brings me joy and what gets me excited? Going for a little walk outside, seeing all the crazy animals doing their things. We're looking at ways not only to enjoy our inner tranquility so much that we're making decisions not only to maintain it but to enhance it. I find such peace and quiet in just sipping tea, reading a book, listening to music. So are you taking time out for that? What's bringing you joy? I love watching anything comical or silly on TV that makes me laugh, connecting with people, seeing how they're doing, what they're excited about. I almost couldn't sleep for 2 hours because I found primo gifts that Ian and Hagen are extraordinarily hard to buy for. They're minimalist and they only like something that has value and is extremely well made. So I'm like, how can I not have to mortgage the house and find them something? And I found them both something super ideal. So I was so jazzed I almost couldn't go to sleep. That sort of thing, because I'm not just going to buy presents to be place fillers. I want it to have meaning and purpose and be special for that individual. So it brought me so much joy. So are you doing that? Are you doing a little research and really listening to people? All of that. Now, this is huge. Every single day, wonderful messages of new understandings come to me because I ask for it. I really do. I'm human. I'm a mom. I'm at that age where I do every once in a while, if I'm not careful, I have that kind of fear mindset that can set in about the future due to, when you hit a certain age, it's like you can hurt yourself yawning. It's ridiculous. The other day I was I was in the mall and I pulled my leg muscle and I couldn't walk right. And I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to look crazy. But I'm really lucky that throughout my life and currently I've maintained optimal good health. I don't get the normal things that people get, the winter blues and flus and all of that. But I do need to reach for all these beautiful, enlightening views of we are who we think ourselves to be. If we think ourselves vibrant, healthy individuals filled with vitality, we really do become that. We envision ourselves like that. We voice that to ourselves. We feel that. And I really have learned through, my journey that I can talk myself into anything, any good idea. Girl, let's go walk. It's going to feel so great. You're going to see the crows. It's going to be wonderful. Your energy will be up. It'll be great for, how you connect and think with your clients. All of this, and it simply is true. Our enlightened self knows that we will reach for things that benefit us. Mind, body, spirit, and we will continue to do that. Ask yourself, what kind of habits do I have that are not so great? What am I eating? What am I doing? We are so unbelievably habitual. I myself am too, but I catch myself now because I go to things that enlighten, enrich my spirit in the morning. I read the things that help kind of detect that. It works like a magnifying glass. Hey, that is something I did yesterday. Slow down. Seriously, even if we're being rushed physically, life has a way of throwing us all over the place, but our mental pace does not have to match what's happening around us. It benefits us to, to be moving at two different speeds, one on the outside, one in a quiet pace, peaceful one within. And I do have this kind of cool switch and a gift where things can be chaotic and other people can panic and be frightened, and I can really maintain my cool. I think it's just because with 4 older brothers and they were all athletes doing crazy things, I saw things that people, they would be like biting their nails and freaking out, and I had to like kind of get myself into this head and heart space that they'll be okay, they'll be all safe, it's this and that. And I mean really unique things. My brother Jeff was in traction for 5 months. My dad being a race car driver, built this car for Jeff, and it was like unbelievable. And he had spun it and hurt his back really badly and was actually in the hospital. I remember my dad in there and Jeff looking so bored and not wanting to be there. He was in traction for 5 months. But I mean, things like this going around me all the time. People doing stuff on jet skis and skis and just, my family was like sports animals, but I mean to a really dangerous degree. And I myself would participate. I would go out in woods that I wasn't familiar with and jump horses over like logs that fell down. Now when I look at it, I'm like, whoa, how super blessed that I wasn't in traction or ever even broke a bone. But this is what I mean. I would quiet my insides to have calm evaluation, knowing that by me being panicked and crazed, that wouldn't change the outlook. And that's something that no one can ever really help us with. We have to do it for ourselves. But we have to remember everything else is secondary to our inner stability. And that's what you're going to reach. And you're going to feel this calm, enlightened state due to that, because it means you are protected internally from what's happening externally, and it's really going to benefit you in this season. It's one of those things that, once we tap into it and we realize how helpful it is, we want that all the time. So we rescue ourselves through that. And this is what I say. I want calm. I want balance. What is happening around me is not happening to me. I am safe. All is well. And then I view it through a different lens, a serene lens, and a kind of enlightened lens of, if I'm calm, I can also be helpful to others if they aren't. I can step in and take the reins if something goes askew. That's why if there's ever any heated arguments within my family or elsewhere, I don't take anything personally, or I don't get like internally involved. I breathe deep and I think, how can I calm the situation? How can we have resolution? And you're going to be able to do this beautifully by keeping your spirits up in joyful pursuits. Make yourself happy today. Do something crazy. I gave myself a little manicure as soon as I got up because my nails, oh my God, it looked like I was so crazy after making jewelry. My nails look so ridiculous. I had no polish at all on my right hand, and I had half polish chipped off on my left hand. And I thought, oh, well, this is obviously I've been out digging ditches while I've been asleep. It was crazy. So I said, do a little self-care thing. So when you look at your hand, you'll feel a little better about the situation. You know what I mean? That brought me joy. I'm really excited. I took a task off Ian's hands. He's not particularly fond of grocery shopping. I'm into it once I get there. And he gave me the list, and I could tell he was so happy. So one of my gifts of the season to other people is to take tasks off their hands that they might not get a lot of joy of, and make it a fun thing. I always have a good time at the grocery store. I'm always locating those fun kids dancing and doing silly things. It's a good time. I like it. So I'm looking forward to that. But seriously, slow down. Whatever's happening physically does not have to happen mentally to us. We are trying to be chill. Absolutely. We are trying to be like John Wick. Shit can be going left and people be going nuts everywhere. And we're simply, we got our little coin with us. We good. We go into the Continental where we're relaxed, the Continental in our mind and taking it easy. So that's your Daily Pop, you guys. Love and light.